This is Stephen Totilo, editor-in-chief of Kotaku. Earlier today, Bone Golem decided to ask him a question or two. Oh, in case you didn't know, Bone Golem is the guy who runs deepfreeze.it, a site I strongly support. Mr. Totilo, if I may ask, when you and Miss Hernandez updated her Zoe Quinn articles with disclosures back in the day, do you happen to remember if you had already received complaints about that specific conflict of interest? I ask because, probably, Hernandez's deep freeze emblem for that thing should be removed if she disclosed before the outcry. Thanks in advance, and sorry to bother you. I'll understand perfectly if you're too busy. Stephen Totilo, editor-in-chief of Kotaku, responded, "Why would it matter whether it was before or after people complained? Updating it was the right thing to do. Your standards are weird. And why start fact-checking with me now, given how humorously slanted your work has been so far?" Stephen, look, you are editor-in-chief of Kotaku, so this will be really hard to understand. Deepfreeze.it is a site that serves the public. It's very easy to understand why Bone Golem is asking this when you consider why the site exists. He wants to make sure all the information that someone might possibly consider important is there, and he wants to make sure it's as accurate as possible so people are making informed decisions when it comes to who they trust in terms of games journalism. To that end, Bone Golem even asks Mr. Totilo if he can provide advice or particular criticisms so he may improve his site in order to help the public more. Unsurprisingly, Bone Golem is dismissed. You smear writers with abandon, try to shame people for articles you dislike, warp facts to suit your agenda, some watchdog. Pathetic. This man does not work to serve the public. He was given the opportunity to improve a resource for the public with regard to journalistic practices. Instead, he attacked the person who's trying to put this together, ignoring that the site's own about page says it's down to readers to decide what the information means to them. If he opposes the improvement of such a resource, he acts against the public interest, and nothing he touches that aims to inform should be trusted. But, as usual, that's just another one of my harmful opinions. I'm glad I held off rendering for a moment. There has been further exchange between the two. Some will see this as a fix, but I am just not impressed whatsoever. Bone Golem made a post saying not to bother Totilo, and then all of a sudden Totilo speaks with more courtesy, almost as if this whole thing is all about ego.